Thank you for clicking onto this video. Hello and welcome. Right, so today I'm going to be diving into something that's been all over the internet. This feud between Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. And most importantly, I'm going to be asking the big question: did Ryan Reynolds mock Baldoni in the Deadpool vs Wolverine movie? And did he make Nicepool mortal to mock Justin Baldoni? Let's get into it. Okay, so I'm sure at this point everyone knows all or most of the details of this case, or lawsuit, or whatever it's called. But just in case you haven't heard of it or need a quick refresher, first of all, Blake Lively, who starred with Justin Baldoni in the movie It Ends With Us, accused him of sexual harassment and retaliation. There's a lot of legal back and forth, but Baldoni's claiming he didn't do anything, and he says that she's twisting events. And then Ryan Reynolds gets dragged into the mess too. Baldoni says Ryan got involved in a few ways. He, Ryan, allegedly told Baldoni's lawyers to drop him from the agency, calling him a sexual predator. He also confronted Baldoni about fat-shaming Blake. Baldoni says he was just asking his trainer about her weight for a scene that they had to do a lift, because he's always had a bad back. Ryan allegedly demanded Baldoni to apologise for stuff that Baldoni said didn't happen. Things get a wee bit weirder when we bring Deadpool vs Wolverine into it. Right, so here's where it gets juicy. Baldoni's lawyers sent Disney and Marvel a letter basically saying, here, did Ryan take the piss out of Justin in his new movie? The character in question, Nicepool, which is a variant of Deadpool, one of the thousands. So he's mortal, which is, let's be honest, a wee bit weird for any Deadpool. And spoiler alert, he dies. And my theory is that Ryan Reynolds, if he did do it to mock Justin, did intentionally mock Justin. Ryan could have created Nicepool to make Justin Baldoni look weak. But here's why people are connecting the dots. Nicepool jokes about intimacy coordinators. And this is literally what Blake Lively's accused Baldoni of ignoring in It Ends With Us. There's also a line about a woman snapping back into shape after giving birth, which also feels suspiciously close to the fat shaming allegation. Could Nicepool be Ryan's way of sticking up for Blake and making a point about Baldoni? Okay, so now let's dissect the idea of Nicepool being mortal. Deadpool, as we all know, is immortal and has regenerative abilities, and that's what he's defined by. It's a huge part of his character and it makes him so iconic. So when Ryan Reynolds introduces a variant who's suddenly mortal, it's not just a creative decision, it could be a statement. But what could the statement be? Here's the theory. Ryan might be subtly making a dig at Baldoni by making Nicepool the antithesis of what makes Deadpool great. His resilience, his ability to bounce back, anything. It's as if he's saying, here's the version of Deadpool but he's weaker, he can't recover, and he's ultimately forgettable. Mortality in storytelling often represents vulnerability and fragility. It could be Ryan's way of framing Baldoni as someone who, unlike Deadpool, can be brought down. Remember, this feud painted Baldoni as a figure who's facing mounting allegations, legal troubles and professional backlash. By making Nicepool mortal and then killing him off, Ryan might be suggesting Baldoni's fallibility in a world where Deadpool, or Ryan, is unshakable. One of the standout moments with Nicepool is the joke about intimacy coordinators. This seems suspiciously targeted, given that Baldoni's feud with Blake Lively heavily involves claims about ignoring industry standards for on-set safety and respect. By inserting this line into Nicepool's dialogue, Ryan could be doubling down on his public stance of supporting Blake while simultaneously taking a jab at Baldoni's alleged disregard for these practices. The line about a woman snapping back into shape after giving childbirth feels more pointed the more you think about it. Blake's allegations about Baldoni fat-shaming her during the filming of It Ends With Us paints Baldoni as someone who is obsessed with appearances and, by extension, someone who may feel insecure about his own image. Nicepool's mortality could be a metaphorical representation of this perceived insecurity, I think. Deadpool's invincibility is often played for laughs, but it's also a power fantasy. Taking that away from Nicepool makes him relatable in a way that's almost mocking. Finally, Nicepool's death feels symbolic. Killing him off could be a way for Ryan to send a message. Baldoni's image or influence on Hollywood might not survive this scandal, and he could have known that. It's a dramatic way what Ryan may see as the end of Baldoni's career or reputation. So here, do you think Ryan created Nicepool to mock Baldoni? If so, was it a coincidence or a joke that has been taken a wee bit far? I don't know. I feel it could go either way. Because it does seem like Ryan Reynolds to just joke about like he does, you know, with Hugh Jackman or something. I don't know. It does feel a bit odd. Alright, that's all for today. And whether or not Ryan is taking shots at Baldoni in this new movie, This whole feud is so messy. It's as messy as hell. Thanks a million for watching. Have a good night. Tug a boogie.